Hello everyone, welcome to our online class. Do you know Annalise, Mary, and Frank? Who is that? Hmm? Do anyone know who is Annalise, Mary, and Frank? Yes, some of you may know. She is known as famous, well known. Everyone knows her as the name Anne Frank. If somebody say you Anne Frank, then it is easy to understand. It is Annalise Mary Anne Frank. It's the same Anne Frank who is famous for her diaries, isn't it? You might have heard about it. Anne Frank, she was a Jewish girl, German born Jewish girl, a German born Jewish girl. So she was living in Germany, but during the World War II, the Nazis started to gain power in Germany so that they wanted to flee away from there. So they escaped from Germany. They took refuge in Netherlands. But the power of Nazis didn't stop there. They started occupation of the German Nazis came to Netherlands also. So they trapped there. So what happened? Anne Frank, her family and four friends, they lived in her father's office building. In that office building, there was a hidden room. They hid inside that room. But Nazis found them. They took them to the concentration camp. In that camp only, she wrote these all diaries. That diaries are a written document of the incidents happened during that Nazis ruling that concentration camp. So this she was died because of pneumonia in the concentration camp itself. After only her father was saved from that all, and he came back and he saw the diary of Anne Frank and he thought it must be published, and he published it in English. After that, this diary republished in each and every most of the language, even in Malayalam also it was published. Okay, so we are going to read a small part of the diary. Some incident happened in her school, that only we are going to check. So let's go to the chapter, then we can discuss what is there in the chapter. Let's go to the chapter. Okay, go to the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank by Anne Frank. So before explaining the chapter, we are going to check an introduction. Anne Frank was born on 12th June 1929 and died in 1945. She was a German-born Jewish girl. She wrote a diary while hiding with her family and four friends in Amsterdam during the German occupation of the Netherlands in the Second World War. As the Nazis came to power in Germany, she, along with her family, moved to Amsterdam but got trapped when the Nazis occupied Netherlands. So Anne Frank, she was born on 12th June 1929. She was a German-born Jewish girl, and she was died in 1945. So they were born in Germany, but during the Second World War, Nazis got power and they went to Netherlands. Amsterdam is the capital of Netherlands. Amsterdam is the capital of Netherlands, so they stayed there. So, but Germans came to Amsterdam also, so they wanted to hide there with her family and four friends. The Jewish population was being persecuted, and so the family went into hiding in July 1942 in Anne's father Otto Frank's office building. They remained in hiding for 2 years. Then they were shifted to a concentration camp where Anne died due to typhus within days of her sister Margaret Frank. Their father Otto was the only survivor of the group. So Jewish population, they were persecuted, killed by the Nazis, mass killing. So they hide in Otto Frank's office building inside a hidden room. Otto Frank's in July 1942 they hide there. So they remained there for 2 years. Just they hiding, and then they shifted to the concentration camp. And Margaret Frank died there because of diseases. Then after Anne also died because of typhus within days after. Then only Otto, their father, he was the only survivor from that group. After the war ended, he returned to Amsterdam and found Anne's diary. He got it published under the name The Diary of a Young Girl. The diary was a gift to Anne on her 13th birthday, and it gives a detailed account of her life from 12th June 1942 until the final entry on 1st August 1944. So the World War ended. After the World War, Otto went to Amsterdam. Then he found Anne's diary there. So he named that as The Diary of a Young Girl, and he got it published. So this diary was a gift for Anne on her 13th birthday. It was on 12th June 1942. And at the final entry was there in that diary is 1st August 1944. So it's an introduction, a detailed account of her life in that 2 years. The diary was originally written in Dutch language, and it became one of the world's most widely read books. Many films, television, forward, Dutch, it is written in Dutch language, don't forget. Then it was most of the worldwide read book it become. Many films, television and theatrical productions and an opera have been based on the diary. Anne Frank has become one of the most famous and talked about Holocaust victims. Holocaust victims means that mass killing of that Jewish by the Nazis, Holocaust. So she was the one of the most famous talked about person in that Holocaust victims. So there are a lot of films, television and theatrical productions and an opera, even an opera also based on the diary. So many things. It's an excerpt. Opera here means excerpt. It's like a drama. Writing in a diary is a really strange experience for someone like me. Here me means who is me? Anne Frank. Anne Frank is the me referred here. So strange. Writing a diary is a very strange experience for Anne Frank. Very strange. She didn't do anything such a type of things before that. Not only because I have never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later on neither I nor anyone else will be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Musings means a period of reflection or thought. The thinkings, the thoughts of a 13-year-old girl. So she says that one. It is not because writing a diary is strange experience. It is not because that I didn't write anything before. It is because no one, after some days, no one will interested to read about the thoughts of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. No one will interested. Even she also will not be interested to read the things what she has written there. That she says that it's a strange experience for her as she wrote the diary. Remember, she's a 13-year schoolgirl. When she wrote the diary, the writings in the diary, it's never been interested enough after some days. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I feel like writing, and I have an even greater need to get all kinds of things off my chest. Things off my chest means to express something that has been worrying you and that you have wanted to say. So the thoughts, the worryings, that these are things of my chest. Something that is there. You want to express the things what is there inside your mind. Something worrying you. So, sorry. So she says that one. Even after some days, I may not interested to read the diary, but that is not a matter. That doesn't matter. Now I feel like writing because I want to. I need to get all kind things of my chest. That means everything, whatever she wanted to, whatever things is there in her mind that she wanted to write it down. Paper has more patience than people. Paper has more patience than people. What is the difference between people and paper? There is a great difference between paper and people. What is the difference between paper and people? Do you know? That is the patience. Paper has more patience than the people. People may never listen to us, but paper, whatever you write on the paper, whatever things you are writing, here paper means it may be a diary or anything you write it. Whatever you write in the diary or whatever in a paper, but it will never say anything else. You can write there. But you can't say each and everything to the people. That's the difference between paper and people. People will easily get bored. Here, they won't. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed and I was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay in or go out. So she thought about it when she was little depressed. Depressed means sad, bored, and she was keeping her hands in the chin. Okay, look there the picture, you can see what is there. Listless means with no energy or interest. So she was thinking that, do I want to go out or stay in home? She was in a dilemma. She was thinking about that. Do I want to go home or not? Do go out or not? I finally stayed where I was brooding. Brooding means engaged in deep thought about something that makes one sad, angry or worried. Then she decided to stay home. Then when we are sad, angry, worried, those are the feelings. What are the feelings there? So simply sitting there, thinking about something and sitting there. So that is called brooding. Yes, paper does have more patience, and since I'm not planning to let anyone else read this stiff-backed notebook grandly means a proud manner, referred to as a diary, unless I should ever find a real friend, it probably won't make a bit of difference. Grandly means a proud manner. What is a stiff-backed? Okay. She's saying that one diary is the what is that stiff-backed notebook. She referred diary as the stiff-backed notebook. So she was one day she was staying at her home, brooding, thinking about she was sad. She understood paper has more patience. Paper has more patience. So she planned to right. But even though she is not planning to let anyone to read this one, what is that? That is stiff-backed notebook. That is the diary. The diary is mentioned the stiff-backed notebook. That you can see the cover of that binded book. The binding of that diary. That is called stiff-backed notebook. So unless I should ever find a real friend, that diary she will never give to anyone unless she find a real friend. She said it probably won't make a bit of difference. That means she said she won't give it to anyone to read. Now I am back to the point that prompted me to keep a diary in the first place. I don't have a friend. So what is the main problem? So now she came back to the point that she don't have a friend. That's why she started to write diary. Let me put it more clearly. Since no one will believe that a 13-year-old schoolgirl is completely alone in the world, and I am not. So no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl is completely alone in the world. She has a family. That means she has a family there. Not believe that she is alone. She is not alone. She has a family. I have loving parents and a 16-year-old sister, and there are about 30 people I can call friends. I have a family, loving aunts, and a good home. So around 30 people are there in her family. She can call them as friends. She has loving parents, and a 16-year-old sister. She can call everyone as friends. She has loving aunts, and she has a good home also. That is her family. Say good family she has, and no one can say she doesn't have friends. No, on the surface I seem to have everything except my own true friend. All I think about when I am with friends is having a good time. So on the surface is that she wanted to enjoy there everything. So look there, on the surface I seem to have everything except my one true friend. She doesn't have a true friend to enjoy with them. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. We don't have seem to be able to get any closer, and that is the problem. So the main problem is that she has friends but they are not closer means close friends, can't give any secrets, can't share any secrets. That is the main problem. They can talk about everyday ordinary things. What are all the ordinary things they can talk about there, but it is unable to say the secrets. The problem is the secret sharing. Maybe it is my fault that we don't confide in each other. Confide means share secrets with someone. So she said that it may be my fault. It may be my fault that we are not confiding. We are not sharing our secrets. It may be my problem that I am not saying my here means Anne's problem. So remember that we also have that same introvert feelings. Like in this age, 13-year-old students may have that same introvert that is don't share anything with anyone, like Anne. So that is a great problem in their life, like Anne. So look at there. In any case, that is just how things are, and unfortunately they are not liable to change. This is why I have started the diary. So in each other, okay, in any case, the main problem is it's nature of the people. It's the nature of the people. It cannot be changed. So she started writing a diary. It cannot be changed. To enhance the image of this long-awaited friend in my imagination, I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary the way most people would do, but I want the diary to be my friend, and I am going to call this friend Kitty. So what she says there, the diary she named as Kitty. She's saying that one. So many people are writing their introduction, that many other things are writing before in the diary, but she's saying that when she's calling this diary long awaited friend as Kitty. So what she can do there, she can talk with them as the friend Kitty. She called it as Kitty, and she can talk with the diary as Kitty and say everything in her friend as a friend. She called it as a friend. All the facts and everything, doesn't need the introduction, this type of things there. Since no one would understand a word of my stories to Kitty if I were to plunk right in, I would better provide a brief sketch of my life, much as I dislike going so. So plunk right in means start writing at that moment. Start writing without any. So brief sketch of my life means introduction. So she's saying that one. In diary, everyone is writing the introduction of everything. I don't like to do so. Much as I dislike doing so, I don't like to write like that. Even though if I write it directly, no one will understand about me. So that I am going to give a brief sketch of my life. Let's give an introduction of my life. I'm giving an introduction of my life. Then those who are reading it easily understand who am I. Everything they can easily understand. She doesn't like to write the introduction and other things, but she wanted to do that. Okay. My father, the most adorable father I have ever seen, didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. My sister Margaret was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926. I was born on 12 June 1929. So she was giving introduction there. Her mother is an adorable father, most beautiful guy. So at the age of 36 only he married the 25-year-old mother. So Margaret was born in Frankfurt in Germany and she was born in 1929. Okay, Margaret was born in 1926 and Anne was born in 1929. I lived in Frankfurt until I was 4. My father emigrated to Holland in 1933. So emigrated means leave one's own country in order to settle permanently in another country. So she was born in Frankfurt. She lived in Frankfurt until she was 4 years old. Frankfurt. Then father went to Holland in 1933. 1933. Holland means Netherlands. My mother, Edith Hollander Frank, went with him to Holland in September, while Margaret and I were sent to Aachen, a city in Germany, to stay with our grandmother. So Aachen is a city in Germany, and her mother went to Holland in September, and both Margaret and Anne, they stayed Aachen with her grandmother. Margaret went to Holland in December, and I followed in February when I was plunked down on the table as a birthday present of Margaret. So plunk down means put down abruptly, put down casual way, in a casual way, put down in a casual way. So Margaret went to Holland in December, and in February Anne also went there as a birthday gift for Margaret. She reached Holland as a birthday gift for Margaret. There's a thing there. So let's check there. I started right away at the Montessori Nursery School. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. So when she reached that moment, okay, first form is class 1. So when she reached there, that moment she started going to Montessori School, and at the age of 6 she went to class 1. In the 6th form, that means the 6th class, my teacher was Mrs. Cooperus, the headmistress. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. Headmistress, a woman who is the head teacher in a school. So at the 6th form, in the 6th class, when she was in 6th class, her class teacher was Mrs. Cooperus. So at the end of the year, they both that leaving the Cooperus is the her class teacher. So they both in tears, as we said, heartbreaking farewell. When they are saying the goodbye, they were both were in heartbreaking tears. In the summer of 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So my birthday passed with a little celebration. So 1941, her grandmother got some disease and wanted to get an operation, so that birthday passed without any celebration. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still love her. This birthday celebration in 1942 was intended to make up for the other, and Grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. So her grandma was died there, and so there was no celebration for her birthday. Also she lit the candles for grandmas, also asked for lit candles with other people for grandmas also. The 4 of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present date of 20 June 1942 and the solemn dedication of my diary. Solemn means sacred. So her day 4 means that Anne's father, Anne's sister, and Anne's mother. They 4 are there. They 4 are living peacefully there, doing well there. The present day 20 June 1942. That day she started writing the diary. So next part we will take in the next class. Okay.